across the falls.
Yeah.
You've been in the falls? You swim
Yeah.
in the falls?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I did, when we were kids. Nan was born on the eastern side. She said, bottom springs are where you wash your stuff and you set up your fish traps and all that sort of stuff, clothes, washing, playing. Top spring, she said, that was no one ever dared to go in there to muck it up. It was always used for water sources, no matter what colour you are, blackwater, brindle, everyone got water in them. We got like 70% water in us. That's the universal thing that brings us together, this thing right here. All of us can now look in that water and communicate with it, communicate by saying, oh, that's good to drink or too good to swim in or to play in or something. If that was all murky waters, we would know straight away, oh, not good to me. How do we know so well? Because we got water in us. If we were sort of made up of land more, we wouldn't be able to know if that was good water to drink, clean, swim in, play in. We wouldn't have a clue. We don't know what it's like not to have water. I know when you run out of water at the water tank, man, you want to get water straight away. It's life or death situation, man. So water's part of us. It brings us all together, every single human being, just like that spring story. And then growing up. Now there is the story of the falls. There's 3 falls. There's the old story talking about 3 women, and they had 3 husbands that were very, very close. There's couples very, very close. Best of friends. And the 3 women's husbands went out for, I think it was a war with the neighbouring tribes. Like I said, there's wars that have been recorded by Petrie Unicky of Wide Bay, Sunshine Coast, Malula, Maroochy, Noosa, Yinnaburra, up in the mountains up there. All us fellas, Wamuran, Caboolture versus Stradbroke Island, Ipswich, Wivenhoe. You know what I mean? We're fighting against all them fellas on the other side of the river. So this may be one of those times. And the fellas went out in the fight, came back. All the fellas came back except them 3 men. The wives got told their husbands died in the battle, and they were so distraught, so upset, so sad that they cried as you would do. You mourn, you cry, you mourn, you cry. Could last for weeks, months. That's how long some ceremonies take. So that was done now. The ceremony's done. It's finished now. Those women there were still crying. Didn't stop crying. Didn't stop mourning. You could never console them. When you go up and talk to them, they just cry. They always stayed together, 3 of them. Everyone, after a couple of years, was starting to sort of distance themselves from these sad ladies, because you know what it's like when you go up to the West, it's crying all the time. Crying all the time? Man, I'm going to start crying. As soon as fella cried, he made me sad, you know what I mean? So you don't want to go near those fellas. You want to go to that happy fella. You laughing, yeah, you're going to laugh too. So it's just contagious, those things. So they were separate. They outcast themselves. They didn't want nothing to do with anyone. They didn't start to, and you know what? The gods even separated themselves. They said, well, these women won't stop crying. I'm going to turn them into waterfalls. And so he turned the 3 ladies into the 3 waterfalls that you see up here. And this vegetation that grows down the waterfalls is resembling the body and arms and, oh my God, yeah, anyway, that's it. That's the story. And there's some 3 women up there as those waterfalls, and they do not stop crying still to this day. Then, everyone felt sorry. You go, oh man, the God, she's a bit harsh on them. We're going to do that to them, you know what I mean? And the God said, right, I felt sorry. We feel sorry for them too. Let's give them their husbands back. But they didn't give them their husbands back as a human form. They gave their husbands back in the form of a rainbow. And on a rainy day at the waterfall, you'll see the water hit the other water, and there'll be this spray. And when that sun comes in, you see the rainbow fella standing at the base of the waterfall with his wife. So they're together in the spirit world, I suppose you could say. in another realm. But yeah, that is the story of the Buderim Falls. So it's pretty interesting.